You would think, why would anyone need a tutorial on how to apologize? Can't you just go up and say,
I'm sorry.
But you see, that's where the problem lies. People don't know when to apologize or even how to apologize the right way. In fact, research shows that 46% of us are waiting for someone to apologize for a wrong they caused us. That's 46%. Almost half of Americans are waiting for an apology they may never receive.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. And while many of us are waiting for some major apology, 59% of us get a little twitchy when someone drops apologies like they're hot potatoes for every tiny mishap. But hold on to your hats, or should I say your grievances, because today we're diving deep into the world of apologies. From discovering why 38% of people think a certain something makes accepting an apology a breeze, to uncovering which states house the champions of sincerity and which are, well, not so much. But I'll discuss that data later in the video. So stick around as we also decode the anatomy of an effective apology. I'll guide you through a fail-proof step-by-step plan to craft an apology so good that it might just repair that bridge you thought you burned for good. And yes, we'll even tackle the dreaded midnight apology. 41% of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Losing sleep over those words you just can't seem to say, I'm sorry. So if you're one of the many hoping to mend a fence or just tired of being an apology machine, this video is for you. So let's get started and turn those wrongs into repaired relationships. And I think this tape should fix your relationship here. So why bother apologizing at all? Well, a heartfelt or sincere I'm sorry does more than just mend fences. It's powerful psychology at work. Apologizing can restore trust and respect. It shows you're accountable and value your relationships. And if you think it's a sign of weakness, think again. It's a sign of emotional intelligence. And psychologically, it eases guilt and helps us and others heal emotionally. Socially, it prevents conflicts from escalating, keeping our environments more peaceful and cooperative. So next time you slip up, remember, apologizing doesn't just clear the air, it strengthens bonds. Next up, we're going to find out a recipe for apologizing correctly. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and dissect this apology thing. You know, apologies are a bit like your grandma's lasagna recipe. There are a few key ingredients you just can't skip if you want it to taste right. And trust me, a half-baked apology tastes just about as good as that lasagna without grandma's secret sauce. Ew. Okay, so first up we have recognition. This is where you acknowledge the mess you made. And I mean really spell it out, not just a breezy, my bad. Imagine you borrowed your friend's car and brought it back with a, giant dent. A vague sorry about the car won't cut it. Be specific. Hey, I'm sorry I mistook your car for a bumper car at the carnival. Something like that will go a lot further than just being vague. Next up, we've got responsibility. I know, the R word. It's time to own up. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, I'm not sure how that got in there. Anyway, telling someone I'm sorry you felt that way is not taking responsibility. It's more like saying, I'm sorry you don't know how to handle my awesome personality. Nope, that's not going to mend any fences. Then you have remorse. You have to show you really feel bad about what happened. And sincerity is the key. You can't sound like you're reading the terms and conditions on a software update like, I deeply regret crashing your car into a tree at the park, and actually mean it. Moving on to restitution. This is where you make things right. If you spilled wine on your friend's carpet, don't just apologize. Help clean it up, or even better, cover the cleaning bill. It's about action, not just words. And finally, there's repetition prevention. This is where you promise to do better next time, and you need to mean it. It's like telling your mom you won't sneak cookies before dinner anymore. She needs to believe you, or at least you need to get better at not getting caught. And there you have it. The recipe for an apology that really cooks. But remember, folks, while 73% have admitted to making just for show apologies, that is, not really meaning it, and nearly half sometimes just go through the motions, it's the effort and sincerity that turn a bland apology into a gourmet one. Speaking of which, we did a little digging on what states had the most heartfelt apologies, and you might be surprised by the results. That's coming up later. Now that we've got our apology ingredients lined up, let's cook up an apology in real time. All this talk about ingredients is making me hungry. Well, let's say you've accidentally spilled coffee on your coworker's new white shirt.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah. It's not just any shirt. It's their lucky interview shirt. Oops. Time for some serious damage control. So there you are, walking down the hall, not paying attention to who's around the corner as usual. And bam! Disaster strikes. You bump into your coworker, spilling coffee all over her shirt. What do? Run? Hide? No, you apologize like a pro. So let's break it down. For starters, you recognize your blunder. You face your coworker and say something like, "I'm really sorry for spilling coffee on your shirt." Be clear and acknowledge exactly what went wrong. No vague, "my bad's here." My bad, sorry. Next, you want to take full responsibility. I know, the R word again. Don't blame the slippery cup or your coworker. Say, "It was my fault. I wasn't careful enough." This shows you own the mistake and you're not dodging the blame. Oh, there goes. Oh, blame. Oh. Now you want to express genuine remorse. Let them know you understand the inconvenience you've caused them. Say something along the lines of, "I can only imagine how upset you must feel, especially since it was your lucky shirt." Show them that you feel bad about the situation. Now, what you want to do is offer to make amends. This is restitution, and it's very critical. Say something like, "Let me take it to the cleaners or replace it if it's ruined." It's about taking action to fix what was damaged. This shows sincerity. And finally, you want to assure them it won't happen again. This is restitution prevention. You'll say something like, "I'll make sure to be more careful when walking around the halls, especially around the corner from now on." This part of the apology reassures the other person that you've committed to preventing future mishaps. All right, putting it all together now, your apology might sound something like this. "I'm really sorry for bumping into you and causing you to spill your coffee on your shirt. It was totally my fault, and I understand how upsetting that must be, especially since it was your lucky shirt. Let me take it to the cleaners or replace it, and I promise to be more careful in the future." See? Smooth, sincere, and constructive. You've acknowledged the mistake, taken responsibility, expressed genuine remorse, offered restitution, and promised it won't happen again. Now, not only are you forgiven, but you're also building stronger, trust-filled relationships. All right, coming up, we'll not only explore where Americans are dishing out the most heartfelt apologies, but also discuss what 38% of respondents say goes well with an apology. And it's not lasagna. But first, let's discuss some common apology mistakes you want to definitely avoid. All right, now that you know how to whip up a top-notch apology, let's make sure it doesn't come with a side of foot and mouth disease. There are few all too common blunders that could turn a good apology into just another oops moment. All right, so let's break down these apology no-nos so you can steer clear of them. First up, the dreaded "but." "I'm sorry I spilled your coffee, but the wall was in the way." Adding a "but" is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It just fans the flame. When you say "but," you might as well be saying, "Forget everything I just said." Next, shifting the blame. "I'm sorry your shirt got ruined, but if you hadn't bumped into me..." Nope. That's not how you do it either. Blaming others in your apology is like apologizing for being caught rather than the mistake itself. Not a good look. Then we have making excuses like, "I'm sorry I was late to your birthday dinner. I just lost track of time." Excuses make apologies sound weak. It's better to acknowledge the mistake fully without the fluff. And last but not least, insincerity. Saying sorry because you think you have to, not because you mean it, is like giving the person a gift card to a store they don't like. It's technically a gift, but it doesn't show you care. A heartfelt apology needs to be just that, heartfelt. All right, up next, we're finally revealing which states are home to the most sincere apologizers and the secret ingredient that makes 38% of people more likely to accept an apology. As we near the end of our apology journey, let's uncover some fun facts. Did you know that sincerity isn't distributed equally across the board? According to our survey, the top states for the most heartfelt apologies are, drumroll please, Pennsylvania, Iowa, and Illinois. So if you're looking for sincerity, you might want to head to one of those states, and you may want to stay away from Maine, Nevada, and West Virginia, which are the states with the least sincere apologies. And here's another interesting fact. 38% of people say that receiving a gift along with an apology makes the sorry feel a bit sweeter. It seems a little something extra can help the medicine go down and mend fences just a bit faster. What? Oh, a gift for me? Thank you. You have any more apologies? Okay, today we've learned the 5 R's of a rocking apology. recognition, responsibility, remorse, restitution, and repetition prevention. We've also covered what not to do and where to find the sincerest apologizers in the U.S. Remember, whether it's a gift or just your genuine words, making things right matters. And on a final note, if you love diving into the do's and don'ts of apologizing with me today, don't forget to hit the like button. It's like a mini apology to us for any past video sins. And subscribe for more insights into how you can navigate the complexities of daily interactions with ease and maybe even a bit of fun. And if you have any apology stories where a gift saved the day or maybe one where it didn't, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your tales of sorry. And if you're from one of the top apologizing states, represent in the comments. Until next time, keep your apologies sincere and your spirits high. Thanks for watching.